get it. So the only thing we're out here doing, prophesying the downfall to the other nations, condemning 2/3 of Israel, and waiting for the men that sighing and crying for all the wickedness that's being done to come into the fold.
That's
you know?
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
And knew not until the flood came. Now the flood, back then the Lord just had raindrops and then opened up the heavens and had it and flooded the whole world. This time, the flood that's gonna happen is martial law. A lot of things gonna happen. That Mike Brown situation, that Eric Gardner situation, those are just preludes of the things that happen. It's gonna, that martial law put in majority is gonna be happening all around the world. And Israel's gonna rebel. People gonna have race riots. So-called Negroes and Latinos are getting tired of so-called white boy cops coming in the neighborhood to shoot them down like dogs.
They brought an order out for a curfew now. We were watching on the news.
Yep.
From 12 o'clock midnight till 5 in the morning.
See, you got curfew. So you know what that means? 2/3 of Israel, mostly Israel, like to shake their ass on Friday, Saturday nights. If they can't shake their ass and go out and get their drugs, their blunt, they're gonna get agitated. Then they're gonna start terrorizing and rioting in their own neighborhoods. So you're gonna have all kinds of hell come out.
Relationship is 12 versus 12. It says, therefore rejoice.
Hey, brother, that's what we are, brother.
Why the heaven is rejoicing? You got the spirits of the slave prophets and all the men of Israel up there praying day and night that the Heavenly Father destroy America. And now in the time is coming shorter and closer to that time, they're rejoicing, you know?
It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
The word woe is an old English word means death and destruction to the inhabitants of the earth. You're going to have biological weapons going on. Now, Ebola, that's one thing. You're going to have all kinds. You got in every major city, you got a center of disease controls right in the middle of the city. And then less than 4 or 5 stories, the deadly viruses under the earth, under the building, they could go airborne and cause an epidemic in no time. You know?
It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath.
Who's the devil? The so-called white man. If he's not the devil, tell me who is and where is he? Who put a whole nation into slavery? Who raped and robbed the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Native Americans? The so-called white man. That's why he's known as the devil. Here it is, he's saying, God we trust, but the guy he's talking about is not the God of the Bible. It's the God of Satan. That's his God. That's why you got homosexuals walking around. You got drugs being passed around. You got tattoos. You got women walking around looking like pure D sluts. That's the God that he worships. You know?
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and to the sea. The sea talking about the great spread of people. Everything's going to be death and destruction at an all-time high that has never been seen before. Now you got them. You got deadly diseases, you got them mercenary soldiers, you got Terminators, you got robots, they don't have no feelings, you got drones, which are robots. They sitting in their living room watching the goddamn episode of bullshit, or maybe Seinfeld, they like that corny show, and dropping bombs on the local neighborhood. That's what's happening. That's the damn wickedness and goddamn fear, or the goddamn devil, the so-called white man at his best.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
The so-called white man's going to come down having great wrath. The other thing, one of the major things he wants to bring in is the microchip, the mark of the beast. When they institute that, the people who don't take it, they're going to bring you to concentration camps and chop your head off. Anyone that comes up against this system, like when you go through the history of the Roman Empire, they say anybody who stayed out late or got together, when you look up to like the Steelocks or the Sicarians, anybody that came up against them or when they got together, they brought hell upon you. They brought in their troops and annihilated you. The Roman Empire exists today. America is a part of, or the Roman Empire back in the reincarnation. Anybody that comes up against them or don't go with their protocol, they're going to bring in their mercenaries, the UN soldiers, the damn drones, and take your ass out in a cold ordeal. This is what's coming to America. Not prosperity. The money's going to collapse. You're going to have race riots and everything. And when you can't eat, people go, the animal comes out of people. You know?
It says, for the devil has come down on you, having great wrath.
Who's the devil? The so-called white man, as we explained. Look at all the things that the so-called white man does. Rape and robbery and murder. mainly to the children of Israel, from every nation that he goes to. If they got garrison in Japan, they break and rob that country. If they got garrison in goddamn Iraq, they break and rob it. What they over there doing in the Middle East, they breaking and robbing. They're not going over there bringing in peace. Since they've been there, it's been more chaos. You know?
Because he knows that he has but a short time.
He knows that he has a short time. You got a super moon not too long ago. Anytime the Lord brings down a major nation out of power, he always has different signs and symbols that happen in the stars. You got what they call bad guys or witches and warlocks that watch the stargazers and see what different comets, what them weird thing that happens, like a blue moon.
Excuse me, do you have to open that one?
And they know certain eclipses, certain comets, and they know that's the signs from heaven that the Most High is about to bring them down. You know?
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. With a sword and their destruction broke now.
Sword and their destruction.
I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead, start.
2nd Ezra 15 to 14. Go to the world and them that dwell therein.
Every time you read the Bible from the beginning, the Old Testament, New Testament is always talking about woe. What's woe? That's the destruction. It says woe to the world. Now, like we brought out earlier, you see all these robots, like when you go through the West Side highways and you go through the certain things, they didn't even have people there working no more. They got robots. So now when you're useless. You're a useless leader. So now it's time to start wiping you people out. That's why it says woe to the world. You know?
Right, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
For the sword and the destruction draws nigh. Well, the word sword means destruction, death. The white man brings in death by way of the so-called gun, by so-called bombs, drones, biological weapons. There's all kind of ways that he can take your ass out. You got damn near dogs, and when shit really hits the fan, when your animal, you niggas love having them pit bulls, you can't feed that pit bull for a week or two, he's gonna look at your ass and start eating. The Most High has all kind of varieties to take your ass out. You know?
Right, it says, and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
There's one people shall stand up to fight against another. Who's that people? The so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans gonna get together. It's gonna be a race. It's gonna be a race war. They get tired of so-called white men coming in the neighborhood and treat you like any old kind of way. Shoot them down. Now shoot them down like you ain't nothing, like target practice. Throw a blanket over you. Give the damn officers a pardon and go right back to business ways and shoot some more niggas. Now I'm gonna say this: majority of you niggas deserve to be killed. What you out there doing? Selling drugs, committing adultery. But yet the Lord's still going to raise up the race war. That's all part of the side of the Bible. You know?
There's swords in their hands.
There's swords in their hands. What's the modern day sword? Guns. Now you have, in different cities, they'll have giving you guns for cash. A lot of times the Negroes and Latinos give you their broken guns. They're keeping their guns. That's the way of the world in the hood. They're not giving those up. So the first wave is gonna be ticking up hard. Because you niggas too worried about LeBron James. Too worried about the next Michael Jordan sneaker coming out. But yet you don't realize you have an enemy, the so-called white man that's coming in with a new world order, and you're not part of it. So you have to be killed, you know?
All right, it says, for there shall be sedition among men.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go back to be around their own people. Now you got the Arabs over here, they're going to go back hanging out with the Arabs. We had the Chinese back with the Chinese. The so-called Negroes and Latinos, you're already in together. They're going to get together. And the Lord's going to pour a fierce spirit on you to tear up the so-called white man's kingdom known as America. You know?
Invading one another.
Invading. Let me tell you something. A lot of you niggas, y'all get what you call the EBT card or your food stamps. You might get $200, $400. That goes out with no problem. When you go to the so-called white man's neighborhood, they shop at Costco, BJ's, they buy in bulk. So when your food runs out, where you gonna go? You're gonna go into their neighborhoods. That's why I say invade. You're gonna be invading their house. And you know, you Negroes, Latinos gonna have no discipline. If you don't eat in 4 hours, you think the whole world is coming to an end. I'm starving, money. Wait till you can't get no food for a week or two. That real animals gonna come out of your ass. Yeah, The Road, yo. The Road, that's a good movie. And they bring out all these movies. They had one movie with Matt Damon with the epidemic, the plague.
Yeah, Contagion.
Contagion. With Contagion, they were going right in the house and snatching their ass out. He was sitting there, you see him come in, shooting, boom, 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 taking what they want. That's all. Those Hollywood producers and movie makers, those are lesser luminaries. They're in the inside. They know what's happening. They know what's the New World agenda. And they got CIA studies that see the way the human mind works. When you don't have water for a few days, when you don't have food. And now the CIA, they did one study. They said after a week, people will start to steal to eat. After 2 weeks, they'll start to kill to eat. And that's what's going to happen. And they're going to do that. You know?
Right, it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They don't care about your local congressman, District 121. They don't care about that. When your bones are touching your ribs, your meat is touching your ribs, and you're thirsty and hungry, you ain't giving a hell about when no Congress or your mayor or writing them a letter. You're going to go get yours. You're going to go take yours by force. And that's what's going to happen when these things happen. You know?
Right, it says, the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're going to be going through houses. They're going to be raping, robbing. And that's another thing. All hell break loose. All you proud ass women, you're going to bow down. You ain't going to get no deodorant for your funky underarms. You can't get no razor to cut the nasty mustaches and beards you got. Your ass is going to be sitting there and it's going to be humble. You see these, look at these women. You see them down, you should see how long it takes for prepare to walk around and look like a whore.
That's right,
all morning.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a hell of a process. They put Nair on, they put no-no.
Gotta shave their legs.
Yeah, they have plucked their beard. So when all that hell come loose, your ass is gonna be hungry, hairy, and funky. You're gonna have to bow down to the real men. And at that time, man, all you proud motherfuckers look at us talking like you ain't driving a Benzo or a Beamer and gave us your ass again. You're gonna bow down. There's gonna be a lot of head chopping in that thing. You know?
Man shall desire to go into the city.
Yeah, you're gonna want to go from Midtown. You might want to go to Yonkers. You might want to go down to White Plains. You ain't gonna be able to go there from city to city. You ain't gonna be able to go from Greenwich or what's that, New Rochelle, New York, or Greenwich, Connecticut. Because they're gonna have armed guards. They're gonna have tanks on the highways. You people don't have an idea the plans that's set up or what they want to bring in when they bring in this New World Order. You have no idea. They gonna have tanks there. You try to run and break through that barrier, you can get shot down like a dog once again. You know?
Right, it says, it shall not be able.
And not be able. So when they got those roads closed, that means you ain't gonna have your daily food being brought in. You ain't gonna have no liquor, you ain't got no wine, no water. I'm telling you, the real beasts are gonna come out. And then you had this movie, what was it, Batman? What was the one with Joker? Heath Ledger? What was that, Dark Knight Rises or whatever? He said, look, Joker, he was bad in there. He said, these people are civilized. Once you push them in the corner, they'll start to eat each other. Cannibalism's gonna come back. All that pride, all this civilization is gonna go right out the door. The true animals that you are gonna come out of it. You know?
All right, it says, verse 18, it says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed.
Yeah, the pride. Who's more proud than so-called white men? Who's more prouder than you civilized people? Y'all think that nothing happened to you. If you don't get if you cut off the trains, you cut off the boats, you cut off the airplanes for bringing in all that cargo and all that food and water, after about 3 days to maybe a week and a half, you people will be starving. Look when the hurricanes come in. As soon as you get a warning, the shelves go empty. So you cut off the trains, the buses, the damn planes, the damn cargo, tractor trailers, the food is going to be taken out with no problem. So it's not impossible. If you turn off your water and your gas, you have no water like a few
Detroit.
guys in Detroit. Yeah,
they cut the water on their asses,
crazy.
man. Yeah.
America's already. Don't think it can't happen to you. You know that it can. See, right now you see McDonald's, you see 99 cent this, Wendy's that. So all you can eat greasy Chinese food. Nothing's impossible with the Most High. Luke 1:37. Nothing's impossible with the Most High. You know?
Right, it says, the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, men gonna be afraid. You're gonna have men out there who got guns and men who don't have guns And you gonna have that's when the